this is a weird topic, but I want to explore this because I think it's something that if I watched or listened to this video 1 year ago, I would be very, very, very surprised and overall just super excited. This angle that I'm bringing up in this video is how the Canucks of 2018-19 were better than we thought they would be. Because after the Sedins retired, the Vancouver Canucks ended up drafting 7th overall, and they weren't even supposed to draft 7th, they were in the 6th spot, and everybody was joking, hey, what if they dropped down to 9? But the Canucks ended up drafting 7, only one team below them won a lottery, and that was the Carolina Hurricanes. So the Canucks dropped down to 7, and everybody in Canucks land was saying, okay, Quinn Hughes is good, but he's not going to play on the team next year in September. Elias Pettersson is good, but we don't know what's going to happen with him come NHL time. He might need AHL time, and if he does make the NHL, a lot of people were saying, hey, he might max out at 30, 40, 50 points. So we weren't really putting this layer of expectation on the Vancouver Canucks. And I remember a year ago, a lot of people were saying, hey man, no matter what happens, you know, we're second, third last in the league, I'm still going to be on this team, and I'm still going to cheer and everything. You know, it's awesome, right? We all have a dedicated fan base, that's great to see, but I don't think a lot of Canucks fans had this expectation that we would have been at 81 points on the year. And a lot of Canucks fans think that we did do much better than we were supposed to. And there are many players who did contribute to that. The big obvious one is Elias Pettersson, who did not have any trouble transitioning into the NHL, seemingly at all. He was a huge, dynamic player right from his first game where he scored a goal against Calgary, and from that moment on, everybody was like, yeah, okay, he's the real deal. And that's something that a lot of Canucks fans were super excited about. Sure, it wasn't 2 Sedin twins, each getting 50 points for 100 combined, but one Elias Pettersson was enough to spark a huge level of excitement amongst this fan base once more. Add to that, Brock Boeser. He wasn't his best. He was injured for a lot of the season. He had to take some time off because he wasn't fully recovered, and for the most part, the Boeser that we saw dominating the league in his rookie year, he didn't really show up until the end of the season when he really started to be healthy again. And for the most part, Boeser still, he was pretty solid. He had no sophomore slump in terms of the numbers, but just watching him play, it's crazy because we're all looking at Boeser and saying, damn, that guy could be better. And I'm confident that he's going to be better once he does sign his contract and comes back onto the team, but Boeser was a player that was not necessarily at his best throughout the entire season. Add to that, Bo Horvat, he continued trending upwards, as he always did, and add to that, Alex Edler was really, really good too, better than any other Edler season we've had in the past few years. Also, Jacob Markstrom was incredibly amazing, and he was legitimate Vezina caliber for the span of like a month. And that overall was just such a boost for the rest of the Vancouver Canucks, and watching the team do the things that they were able to do, it was so exciting. Just seeing everybody come together and do their thing. Not to mention some of the other guys that people really, really didn't expect to be good. Antoine Roussel. Anybody remember Roussel? Yeah, he's not going to play until like December, but Roussel was an absolute monster out there. Such amazing work ethic from him. He had 31 points. He was on pace for like 40, something like that. That's absolutely crazy. Antoine Roussel was out there assisting like crazy and fighting guys, hitting guys, really sparking that energy into our squad, and taking all of these things. The overall resurgence of Antoine Roussel after nobody really thought he would be super special, the outburst of Elias Pettersson, Jacob Markstrom finding his game, Alex Edler coming back to form, and Brock Boeser towards the end of the year becoming healthy again, not to mention Bo Horvat trending upwards as well. these were all factors that allowed the Vancouver Canucks to be better than they were in a season where they had the Sedin twins. And they were better than last season. The Canucks in the most recent season of play had more points than the final Sedin season Vancouver Canucks because so many things came together to provide a great hockey team. Which is why they were better than we thought they would be. A lot of people thought that the Canucks would be a lottery team going towards the end of the year, and I was definitely a part of that crowd. But here we are, and we're at 9th overall in the draft lottery odds. We end up dropping to 10th because one team below us, the Chicago Blackhawks, win the 3rd overall lottery. And the Vancouver Canucks going into next season are looking towards being even better than they were last season. And it's crazy because we have so many of these pieces that did just improve and spark up their games in 2018-19, coming back for another year. And we have even more assets that we can be excited for. JT Miller, Michael Furlan, Tyler Myers, like it or not, he's going to be exciting and he's going to impact this team positively. For the most part, I think. Yeah, for the most part. But we're going to be better. And that's so crazy. And it's so exciting because I'm not used to that. We're not used to the Canucks actually being good anymore. It's been 4 years since we've been in the playoffs. And we're now in a position where we should be on our way to being back in that conversation. So yeah, that's how the Canucks got better. Hope you enjoyed this video. 99 and bye.